In this video, I'll briefly describe what a quad set is, share the #1 benefit of performing quad sets, and explain how soon you can expect results. A quad set is a leg exercise. Quad is short for quadriceps, the 4 muscles on the front of your thighs. Set is short for setting or contracting or turning on the muscles. The quad set is an isometric contraction, which means you're turning on the muscles without moving your leg. If you're interested in more details about this exercise, watch my YouTube video, The Ultimate Guide to Quad Sets. The quad set is a simple exercise, and yet it yields a powerful result. It thickens the fluid inside your knee. Maybe that doesn't sound all that powerful, but thicker fluid is what lubricates, cushions, and protects the inside of your knee, especially the joint surface where the cartilage is. This becomes especially important if you have persistent knee joint pain or swelling, or if you've received a diagnosis of osteoarthritis or chondromalacia. A research study that demonstrated this increase in the thickness of knee joint fluid was published in the Journal of Osteoarthritis and Cartilage back in 2003. There are some limitations in the study, including the small number of participants. However, the results are statistically significant, and they match my experience working with hundreds of people with knee pain, which I'll describe a little bit more in a moment. In the study, there were 20 people with knee arthritis, and they performed an isometric quadriceps exercise, an exercise that involved tightening the muscles on the front of the thigh and holding it for 10 seconds. They were asked to perform it 90 times a day. On average, they actually performed it 65 times per day. After 4 weeks, they reported less knee pain, and after 8 weeks, their decreases in knee pain were statistically significant. At 12 weeks, the researchers also measured how thick the knee joint fluid was. This involved removing some of their knee joint fluid using a needle. The researchers found thicker joint fluid after 12 weeks of performing the isometric quad exercise. Now, I'm gonna guess that having a needle inserted into their knees wasn't a particularly pleasant experience. So that's probably why it wasn't done multiple times. I mean, it's one thing to ask someone to assign a number to the knee pain they're experiencing on 3 different occasions during a 3-month period, but it's another thing to stick a needle in their knees 3 different times. So, at any rate, the researchers only used the needle to determine the thickness of the knee joint fluid after they had completed the exercise for 12 weeks. But the thickness of their knee joint fluid had definitely increased by this point, and it may have increased prior to this. In fact, sometimes I find the change happens within minutes. For example, I had a client a few months ago, and it was his first session. I was measuring his squat load tolerance, a designation developed by my colleague, Dr. Doug Kelsey. My client weighed 160 pounds, and he was using a variable incline plane to squat on his left leg using only 27 pounds of his body weight. And while this wasn't a very hard exercise, he was having left knee pain. He stopped the exercise, and then I asked him to perform 10 quad sets. When he returned to squatting on his left leg using only 27 pounds of his body weight, he was able to do so without any knee pain. The simple quad set exercise was effective after only 10 repetitions for a man in his 70s who had been having knee pain off and on since he was 30-something. So when someone asks how long it takes for quad sets to work, the answer varies. Some people get temporary knee pain relief almost immediately, and the research indicates that consistently performing the exercise every day for several weeks yields thicker joint fluid and less knee pain. For more information on eliminating persistent knee pain, subscribe to this YouTube channel and to the Kurtz Coaching website email list.